Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't mean to scare you.
You scared me.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'll be all right.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Big Talk. Bruce Dickey here on this gorgeous.
Oh,
My microphone on? Works better when mine's on, too. People can hear me, but it was in your microphone. You watching Survivor?
no, I do not like that at all.
That's a good show.
Terrible show. Terrible.
Not Survivor. I'm sorry.
Dreadful.
I'm not the one I meant. Amazing Race. You watch Amazing
That's
Race?
even worse.
You don't watch The Amazing Race? Why not?
It's terrible. It's dreadful. It's just awful.
The Amazing.
Is there a deaf guy on
There's
there?
a deaf fella on there.
Well, good for him.
And they're about to win the race. Well,
I hope
they're
he
one of
is.
3 teams going to win the race. It's Wednesday night, last night.
Is he the guy that burned his hand on the waffle iron trying to read it?
No.
That wasn't him?
No.
No, that was...
No,
it wasn't her either, was it?
No, it wasn't. You make my life so difficult sometimes.
I know. I'm sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen,
like that
welcome
show.
to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on this gorgeous
is a
Thursday,
good show, though.
December 14th. What?
This is a great show. This is.
It's a great show.
This is.
We have, who's having more fun than us? Than you and I?
Nobody right now anywhere in the world, unless it's anywhere else.
You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on this beautiful Thursday morning on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for tuning in today.
I feel blessed to be here. I really do.
I am. I hope the accoutrements were good for you last night.
Do not talk ugly to me, Bruce Dickey. I don't want you to just quit it.
The hotel was fine?
No, yes, it was fine. The charcuterie board was very nice.
Sure.
Isn't that right? Did I say it right?
Charcuterie.
That's charcuterie. It could have been a charcuterie board.
Charcuterie board is something.
Oh, no. Did I really make a faux pas?
No, we'll be fine.
Charcuterie board. Thank you for that.
There's a dude who on one of the NFL shows, he was calling it the charcuterie board.
That's even worse. That's even worse.
Well,
Okay, the charcuterie board that you left.
I'm glad you enjoyed the charcuterie board with the assortment of salamis and cheeses.
Yes, but can you tell me, by the way, who cut that cheese? I mean, I couldn't.
I did especially for
Thank
you.
Bruce Dickey, ladies and gentlemen, cut the cheese for me.
Oh, it's a fun day. It's Lynn Wells is here.
Can't you hear me?
If you didn't realize that, he is the roving editor for the Wayne County Press. That is correct, right?
Yes, sir. Last I checked.
I didn't know if it was roving reporter or roving editor.
Editor. Editor.
You're not one of those
with my experience.
peons.
No.
Lowly.
Help me.
No way. But Lynn is here,
Happy
and
to be here.
we're gonna talk about all kinds of fun stuff today, as we have a good chance to talk. This might be. I'm trying to think. Actually,
We're getting close to Christmas, Bruce.
we're getting close to Christmas. We're probably going to talk a little bit about Christmas, maybe.
I left your gift out in the truck, so I'll try to remember.
How
that.
kind. I've got
in the
yours
back of the truck.
I've got yours in the room over there.
Mine's in the back of the truck. It's in the bed of the truck.
Sit down. Did you pick that up on the way up here?
Well, along the road there.
Yeah.
You like deer, don't you?
Armadillo.
You love deer.
I was looking forward to armadillo soup.
It wouldn't have lived anyway.
No, he was old. Let's talk about some community events going on in and around our area today.
Nice.
Actually, I could only find one. At 6:00 tonight, up in Effingham. At the Effingham County Cultural Center and Museum.
Glory.
Historian Tom Emery will speak about your boy Tom.
Oh, I know Tom. Sure.
He'll speak about Illinois in the Civil War, the award-winning program.
I bet it is.
Which is appropriate for adults as well as young adults. Audiences will give a general overview of the Civil War in Illinois. It'll include such topics as leading Illinois generals and regiments, Civil War prisons in the state, as well as divided North-South sentiments in Illinois. The highlights being Illinois troops, and he will highlight Illinois troops in major battles. You remember, of course, the Illinois took major part in Shiloh, as Illinois folks took a major part down in the Vicksburg campaign.
No, I didn't know that. No, I had no clue.
You didn't know
I had
that?
no clue. Well, is this cat going to bring like a powder flask with him or anything? I would hope so. Something Civil War-ish.
I'm not sure. Home life.
Maybe a musket.
He's going to talk about home life in the state during the Civil War will also be covered, as well as leading non-military figures like Mother Bickerdike.
I knew she used to work at Airtex, didn't she?
Mother Bickerdike.
Yes.
The notable riots and unrest.
Now, she wasn't a lady of ill repute.
The Charleston riot.
Taking care of the troops.
And the Clingman Road.
Oh, the Clingman Road. Yeah, I don't know. Where's that?
I have no idea.
I have no idea. But go see this guy.
I figured the Charleston riots were in Charleston.
That's probably true.
But I didn't realize they had riots.
And from that, I think, is where you get the Charleston, which is a dance.
Was that all part of the Charleston riot?
I think so. You get the heebie-jeebies.
Than it really should.
It should, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He is a critically acclaimed freelance writer and historical researcher, and was awarded a grant in 2007 to pursue the Illinois State Library Heritage project. Prior to this project, he compiled 13 book and booklet titles, an array of historical topics. Valedictorian of the Blackburn College. They're giving me his whole resume here.
Well, yeah, he's like a curriculum vitae right there.
That's a whole resume.
Isn't that a great word?
That is a
term. Curriculum vitae.
That means like all your schooling, right?
Doc Mitchell diagnosed me with that one day.
Is that right?
A bad case of the curriculum vitae.
He was a valedictorian of Blackburn College.
Yeah, that's
in
down
the
by
class of '93.
Oh, he's older than Kaluzma.
With majors in MBA, with majors in business administration, accounting, and economics, an MBA from Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville.
Oh, he's smart. What you're saying?
I guess
he's a pretty smart feller.
You need to register or to learn more.
You don't
about
have to pay to hear
Go
this guy.
2173. No, it's free. 217-342-2464 extension 1. You don't even need a library card. Do you still have your library card?
No.
You don't live in town.
Do you know if they're going to be feeding or not? Because that'll get a bigger crowd if they're feeding.
It didn't say.
I'll bet
that's at 6 o'clock tonight in Effingham.
They might feed.
The library and the courthouse down there. There's food nearby.
You could always run by the Firefly and grab a cocktail.
That'd be a long way.
Hit a couple of them.
You'd probably want to go
couple
by
of hoots
Joe's
before you
or
get
something. Or Joe's Pizza, or
get you
the coffee shop there.
Do they sell alcohol at the coffee shop?
I believe they.
Well, there you go.
I'm
Then
not
let's
sure,
go.
But we're close. Also there'd be the Gabby Goat.
Oh, that's good. Yes, that's in Wayne County.
No,
it's close.
not this one. That's
a different guy. Oh, I've been to the Gabby Goat.
Yeah.
Good food there.
I thought you had.
Yeah, there's good food there.
Speaking of good food, you know what today is?
Oh, today is National Barbecue Rib Day.
That's a wonderful day. It's not today.
Is it?
Today it's National Bouillabaisse Day.
Bouillabaisse?
Bouillabaisse. Do you like bouillabaisse?
Looking at that, no. Oh, there's shrimp in there, sure.
Shrimp and mussels, man.
I like them both. I like them both.
National Bouillabaisse Day on December 14th gives seafood lovers everywhere a reason to celebrate. The flavorful fish stew hits the spot on a cold winter's day as well. The French are known for many great recipes. They had their food inspires travel to France for a taste of authentic dishes. Bouillabaisse tops the list of must-have cuisine while visiting France. The tasty stew originates in the port city of
Paris. Port city
of
Mount Vernon, Indiana.
Marseille.
Oh, of course.
Marseille.
Marseille.
It comes from Marseille. That might be better looking.
That looks cheap. That's what that looks like.
It
looks cheap. Looks like it's probably some. That's better. That's better. That's much better.
Yeah,
that other one looks like
that one's got octopus in it. It looks.
Oh,
like.
I don't want any of that. No.
Do you not?
No. Well, no. I'd be all right. You can keep that. You can't get that around here. I don't think.
Well, I suppose you could.
See, that looks like something that you.
That's got scallops in it.
Well, I love scallops. I'm very fond of scallops.
I would eat that.
I would.
You can.
You got some French bread for sopping.
Yeah.
You got to have bread for sopping.
Well, that's exactly right. You got to have the bread next door. Can you freeze leftover bouillabaisse?
Of course you can. Of course you can.
Really?
Well, I don't know. You got the answer?
It says yes.
What'd I say?
Seal it in a. You said yes. You said
seal
you
it in a bag and throw it in the freezer.
Freezer safe container. The soup should be good for up to 4 months.
And then you put that right next to the wedding cake topper that you put in there 12 years ago.
That's nice.
And then you wind up throwing it all out.
Actually, we did throw ours out. Did you?
Did your dogs get it? No. That's from a previous marriage.
I think we gave it to the pig.
Oh, it's probably so.
Yeah.
The pig threw it up.
I think.
But that's okay.
Give it to
What else you got?
How many calories in Blue Base?
Too many. I'm going to
cup?
say 1 cup.
1 cup.
I'm going to say 850. Am I low?
You are way high.
High?
Yeah, way high. 232.
Do you realize that's less than a can of beer? It is. 270 on a can of beer, isn't it?
No, 140.
140. Okay. Well, a couple of cans of beer.
Couple of cans. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Here's your favorite, ladies and gentlemen. Also on December 14th, it is time to celebrate Monkey Day.
Whole name Monkey. Whole name Monkeypox. You remember that joke? That's a great joke.
Yes, I do remember that joke, the monkeypox joke. Every year on December 14th, National Monkey Day.
That is a dumb day. That's stupid.
Isn't that stupid?
Yes.
Celebrates the unique characteristics of simians. The day also focuses on other non-human primates such as apes, tarsiers, and
What?
lemurs.
Tarsiers?
I don't know what a tarsier is.
Well, I know what a lemur is.
I know what lemurs are, but I don't know what a tarsier is.
Leaping lemurs. Leaping lemurs.
Monkeys, also known as simians, live all over the world.
Yeah, they do.
260 species of monkeys populate Africa, Central and South America, and Asia. They range in size, oh my gosh, from mere ounces like the pygmy marmoset
Oh, yeah.
to the moondrill at 80 pounds.
But yeah, how many of those, what'd you call that first one, the little one?
The marmoset.
I wonder how many of those you
Pygmy
have to make a mess. It probably tastes like chicken if you fry them up.
Ounces. I mean, there are a few ounces each. I would think that it would.
Take a bunch of them to make a mess, wouldn't it?
There, look at that guy. I found that picture. It doesn't even say the day on it, but I thought that was a cool looking picture.
Saw that guy at JJ's one time.
That's Raleigh fingers of the monkey. That's actually that might be the rollaway monkey.
The rollaway monkey?
ROLOWAY monkey, the bearded monkey found in Ivory Coast in Ghana, lives in tropical forests. They're hunted for their meat. Well, you
I told you that. They taste like chicken. They do. If you fry them up right, roll them in batter.
Some other ones include the Indri, found in Madagascar. This lemur faces hunting due to or faces extinction due to hunting and deforestation. This might be the Ecuadorian white-faced capuchin.
I like cappuccino, but cappuccino. I'll tell you what. Why would you have a monkey day this close to Christmas? That just makes no sense. Is that something Michael Jackson probably had? He had some, didn't he? Have monkeys?
He had primates.
What's the difference?
Well, the chimpanzees are your primates.
Okay.
And
these are simians.
Apes.
These are simians.
Yeah, these are simians. The monkeys are simians. Entirely different.
Be like the DuQuoin Simians. Be a good basketball name for a basketball team, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah.
I suppose that you couldn't really. You probably could go wrong.
Oh, okay. Probably.
You probably could go wrong with that. These are also. This is the first day. December 14th is the first day of the Halcyon days.
Oh yes, the Halcyon days, or these very ethereal, kind of nice.
December is a month full of holidays, and that last quite a while longer than most. We celebrate Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, blah blah blah. But all
blah blah blah.
Yeah, the Halcyon days is a celebration. It's a celebration, but not exactly a holiday. More of a mythological tradition. The 2-week stretch of Halcyon days is observed in accordance to unusually calm seas. And I'm showing that's the kingfisher.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
And apparently.
Takes about 8 of those to make a mess.
The goddess Alcyone.
Oh, I remember her.
Or Halcyon is the goddess of the winds and married a mortal king, Ceyx. How do you say Ceyx? Sakes.
Sakes.
Who drowned at sea in a massive storm. Halcyon loved her husband so much she threw herself onto the ocean after him.
Made it
and
still.
Witnessing this, the other gods and goddesses transformed them both into birds.
Oh, there it is, right there.
They were kingfisher birds after this. Aeolus, Alcyon's father,
isn't that the thing right there?
kept the winds calm for a week at sea.
That's why you didn't have me on the camera.
Before and after the solstice. That's
well, there you go. 22nd to be the solstice. 21st, 22nd, 21st.
It varies every year.
That's the first day of winter as well.
It varies. It varies. Yeah. So
longest day of the year as well. Longest night of the year.
Longest night of the
Shortest day of the year. Thank you.
Yeah, that's
correcting me there.
That's
why a lot of people get married on that date.
Really?
It's the longest night of the year.
Actually,
for your honeymoon, there you go.
I do know some folks who got married on December 21st. Yeah, they're still married.
Are they?
Yeah.
Well, isn't that something?
Well, it must be true love. What do you want to see on television, folks? High school sports. Red Hill Lady Salukis at North Clay Cardinals. That'll be tonight at 6:15.
Well, this will be a good game.
And also the St. Anthony Lady Bulldogs will be in T-Town. That is at
the two topless waitresses.
Wooden shoes. Lady shoes. NFL football tonight. The LA Chargers at the Las Vegas Raiders. That's on Amazon Prime. What?
Yeah, the Vegas Raiders.
Hockey. The Ottawa Senators were at the St. Louis Blues. Your Blues fired their coach last night.
They did. They probably needed it. I mean,
Craig Berube. They did need it. It was. He took the fall. The players were quit.
Fell on his sword.
Blackhawks will be at Seattle Kraken. That's at 9:00 on NBC
Seattle Kraken.
Sports.
That's like a big sea monster in it.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly right.
They sell that as also a kind of drink. Kraken drink. It's also a liquor. Yeah, Kraken.
I didn't realize.
Yeah.
NBA basketball tonight, 6:30. Bulls at Celtics. That's on NBC Sports Chicago. And at 9, the Clippers play at Utah. That's on ESPN Channel 601. Yeah, 601. Couple 3 college basketball games to tell you about. East Carolina is at Florida. Who's Florida's team name?
The Gators.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask East Carolina.
East Carolina, the Tar Heels. No.
Pirates.
The
St. Thomas of Minnesota Tommies take on the Marquette Golden Eagles. Tommies.
Not the Aquinas'? No. St. Thomas Aquinas?
No, I don't know if it's the same St. Thomas.
Probably not.
They would probably mention that.
Could have had something to do with Tommy Johnson, who ran a tire store in Grayville for a long time.
Yeah, he was a saint.
He was. A real
Jacksonville State will be at Wisconsin also on Big Ten.
On Wisconsin.
And what is Jacksonville?
Jaguars.
Jacksonville?
Jaguars. Jacksonville.
Gamecocks.
I'll leave that alone.
You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. That's Lynn Wells. I'm Bruce Dickey. We'll be back right after this. Stick around.
Hi, my name is Landon Carter, and I'm a financial consultant at Benjamin F. Edwards in Florida. Whether you're planning to send a loved one to school, preparing for retirement, or passing your wealth to the next generation, we have the knowledge and perspective to implement financial strategies that will help you move smoothly through life's transitions. Here at Edwards, our clients know that we are fully invested in their financial future. To find out more, call Duke and I invite you to give us a call at 618-508-8050. Benjamin F. Edwards, member SIPC.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mudhole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Big Talk. We're switch cameras.
Again,
Hello,
thank you
ladies
for the charcuterie board last night.
That's exactly right. You're very welcome.
In my suite.
I hope you enjoyed. I hope you were able to take advantage
Very nice.
of the
Very
hotel.
nice. The hard salami was what I really liked.
Well,
Very
it was
good.
deer salami.
No, was it?
Yes.
Oh.
You ate that?
I did. It's good.
Well,
I've grown horns.
you don't typically eat deer salami.
I do. I love it. I've got some at home.
Do you?
Yeah, deer sausage,
Okay.
deer steak.
Oh, that's
I got some. The gentleman from Mill Shoals brought me some.
Speaking of home, yeah, how is home?
Home is great.
live,
My home is great.
You live in the Mill Shoals area.
Metroplex. Mill Shoals Metroplex.
Mill Shoals undergoing some changes here in the past week or so.
Yeah, here's what happened, Bruce. There's a little place. This actually was the former Mill Shoals grade school, I guess. Yeah, Mill Shoals grade school. It's in town, and for the past 7 years,
It's been owned by
the village of Mill Shoals.
The village
owns it.
of Mill
The village owns this building. Okay, and but for the past 7.5 years, Jerry and Dana Bear have leased the building from the village, and they opened up what's called Steph's Coffee Shop.
right.
Now, Steph's Coffee Shop was named in memory of their daughter Stephanie, who passed away from cancer some almost 8 years ago now.
Right.
Okay, so they wanted to do something in her memory, so they opened this little. You call it a cafe. What it amounts to is every Friday evening they'll fix a meal. I mean, it's like a full deal meal. It's like an entree and a couple of sides and a dessert, and by donation, no charge in terms of that plate's $20. It's by donation. So whatever you put in, they've done that for 7.5 years now, and so village board met earlier this month and decided. See, they'd been renting it for $100 a month, and village board decided that's not going to work. We're going to have to rent it by the day. And the rate that they were discussing was just like outrageous. No way in the world that they could afford this. And so they just said, this is our last meal. This past Friday night was their last meal.
Friday.
This past Friday was their last meal, which was beef Manhattans. I went and got beef Manhattans. I eat there about every Friday. I get a takeout, actually,
Sure.
takeout meal. It's delicious. And by donation, I put in my 35 cents. And I always joke. I joke with them about that.
There
I
are
do.
probably folks who do put in.
Well, I don't think so. But anyway, typically, if you look at the crowd that goes there and either eats there or takes a meal, they're older folks.
Yeah.
Okay, because that's just the nature of the community. So anyway, the village board had a meeting, and as I was told, the village attorney showed up at this meeting and says, this can't work. You cannot continue like this because the village owns this, and these people are leasing the building, and they're selling products there. They can't do this. They got to quit. They got to quit right now. So that word got back to Dana and Jerry, so they said Last Supper.
You quit right now.
And they did. And so they put up a notice in the window where you pick up your food. This is our last supper. Sorry. And I wrote an article about it.
How was the crowd?
It was a good crowd. I mean, when I was there very early, but there was a good crowd then. They probably served 80 to 100 people, which is typical for a Friday night. Thanksgiving time, they up to 150, 200 people.
Well, they had a Thanksgiving meal. They had all kinds of stuff.
They had all kinds of stuff. But anyway, so they served their last meal. But the article that I wrote, dealt strictly with the Bears and how they started it, why they started the restaurant, and how they got to where they are today. People were questioning, why they don't even have insurance on the place. Well, they've had a $2 million liability policy since day one.
Yeah.
And maintained it. So the village was they were really causing a stink about that, and that wasn't an issue. So a lot of misunderstanding, a lot of miscommunications, but the fact do remain, they're done. They're done.
They're done.
They're done.
This was a nice community institution.
Yeah, well, the village said, well, this is a community center, and, we're going to just use it as a community center, and nobody's going to make any money off of it. There's an old saying, Bruce, we don't have much around here, but we don't want anybody to have any more. And I can tell you that the Bears were not getting rich on this. They were not much more than breaking even on this.
Yeah.
It was a nice community project, and a lot of people took advantage of the meals. Now, is the village correct? They're probably right. They're listening to their attorney. Their attorney's giving them advice, and they're following what the attorney said. And so here
Village
we are.
is probably correct.
Village is probably
The
correct.
Bears are probably correct.
But the bottom line is, here you got a community of 300 with, as it stands right now today, the only business in town is the post office.
That's not really a
That's
business.
not a business. It's the only place people go, though, is get to pick up their mail. So there's nothing. So they had a thing there, and once in a while they'd have a craft show there. Once in a while they'd even have some live music,
Yeah.
and it was a lot of fun. People gathered on a Friday night.
I played the show yesterday, the Burma Shavers.
Oh
I
yes,
played
yeah,
there.
they're good.
They're very good.
When I saw them there, I walked
play
in.
there
I thought it was going to be a
every month or so.
I thought it was a barbershop quartet. Not at all.
No.
They play everything, and they've had them there numerous times, and so here we are. And I think they're going to probably work this out. They'll meet again on January 4th. I think there will be quite a crowd show up, and hopefully the village board can explain their position, and maybe, if nothing else, open some lines of communications and eliminate all this misunderstanding and
That's
rumors.
the thing that
misunderstanding.
That's the thing that it really needs, isn't it? You
Absolutely.
need a little communication. Because I'm reminded of our friends. Well, there's the thing for the Hofbrau Fest in
Yeah.
Hoyleton.
Okay.
They have a community building that they use and rent out to people. I mean, it's rented out for like a day's for somebody's
Wedding reception.
or card game or something like
Right.
that. Who knows? But then they use that for their large family or their large festival, the Hofbrau Fest in Hoyleton. So I mean, that's my thinking, is that surely that's what the Mill Shoals board was thinking. They got to take back control of it to be able to use it for other things. But I don't know if that demand was there or not. Is that demand not there?
Not that I'm aware. I don't think there was a single thing that didn't happen in that community center because they were having a meal on a Friday night.
Oh,
Have no clue what it would have been.
yeah.
And the issue is, they weren't there having a wedding reception. They weren't there having a reunion. They were there serving a meal and making money. Now, it doesn't matter, it's by donation. They were making money, and the village says, you can't do that. We can't lease this out for you to make money.
That makes. Well, I'm certain they have a.
I tried to think about this in a totally different thing. I said, imagine for a moment, Bruce, if the village, the former schoolhouse that's owned by the village,
Right.
pretend for a moment that is a backhoe owned by the village of Mill Shoals.
Okay.
And so somebody leases that track hoe from the village, and they go out and they make money digging ditches for other people. I leased this. I'm going to go out and make money with it. I'm going to start my own backhoe business. I'm paying you $100 a month for your backhoe.
Right.
That you can't do that. And I think if you look at it in that light, they're probably correct.
The thing is, I wonder if
And that's probably oversimplifying it, Bruce.
it probably is, but I wonder if the thinking could be. Maybe they rent it once or twice a month, rent it for those Friday nights that they're going to be using it or something like that.
And-
make that the daily rental.
But then you can do that except if they've got all of their stuff in there.
Yeah.
They made all these improvements. They got their own stoves and refrigerators and freezers, and they fill up the
That's all
propane.
coming out then, isn't it?
Well, of course it will. But now they're all going to say, well, you put that in, that's ours now. Looks like there's going to be a giant stink over that.
When's the meeting?
January the 4th.
You'll be back here sometime to tell us all about it.
Sure. I just hope they get open lines of communications, and if it has to close, it has to close.
Yeah.
But I do hope and I pray that if they are gone, that the village has the wisdom to replace it with something.
Open the lines of communication.
Absolutely.
That's what the point is.
That's the point.
You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. That's Linda Wells. I'm Bruce Dickey. Back after this.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Chapman's Furniture has the best prices every day. You can find them open Monday through Saturday from 9 to 5 and located at 210, 300, and 306 West Main Street in Salem. Chapman's features a full line of furniture, including Ashley Furniture, bedding by Sealy and Bimco, and the largest selection of rugs in Southern Illinois. They have a huge selection of recliners, including lift and power, and wallpaper and border in stock at closeout prices. Call 618-548-2221 for the best price around.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Now I do, though.
So you got a head cold, is that what you said?
A little bit.
A little bit of
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. My name is Bruce Dickey. I'm battling the ravages of the common cold.
What?
Thank you so much for being here. I won't kiss you goodbye.
Like you do normally? Probably a good thing.
Probably a good thing. It's exactly right. Len Wells is here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being
Thank
here,
you
Len
for
Wells.
having me.
You were telling me that you recently had a member of your family go down and visit the, not the Country Music Hall of Fame, but help the Country Music Hall of Fame. How'd that, what are you talking about?
My daughter is Amanda Kakak.
Yes.
They live in Tennessee.
Right.
Live in Franklin, Tennessee. And Amanda and her daughter, my granddaughter, Caroline.
You remember her name?
Caroline. My daughter, Caroline.
You look like you were fading like me.
That's just the effect you have on me, being around such greatness.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Anyway, my daughter Amanda and granddaughter Caroline received an invitation to go to the Bridgestone Arena.
That's cool.
It is a Bridgestone Arena there in Nashville.
That's right, just off of downtown.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And it was for a country music concert. It was a benefit concert, a concert to raise money for the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum.
Where is the Country Music Hall of Fame?
I cannot tell you. I honestly don't know, Bruce. I'm sorry. That's not on Printers Row or anything like that.
I think it's out by the Opryland.
That sounds like we're probably right there. But anyway, it was an all-star.
Somebody will call or something. Let me know.
Yeah. Oh, you're not on the air here.
No, they'll see this. They'll see this tomorrow morning, and I'll get phone calls.
So anyway, this was an all-star concert to raise money for that,
Well,
museum and so
deal.
forth. And it was Vince Gill and Keith Urban, Brooks and Dunn, Kelsey Ballerini, and it was just an all-star cast,
Wow,
an absolute
yeah.
all-star
Yeah.
cast. And I won't go into the details of how they were able to get it, but they
got good seats.
They got great seats and a suite actually.
Oh, wow.
To enjoy this concert. It was beautiful,
Well, that's really cool.
fabulous. It was really a great concert. Amanda said, she just said it was just amazing. And it was just literally an all-star cast.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking Keith Urban
Well, that's cool. How
and
old's
Vince.
Caroline? She's
13.
Yeah, she'll remember this forever.
Absolutely. It was a great event for them. She enjoyed it thoroughly, and one thing and another. But anyway, it was just an all-star cast. Each one of these stars would come out and sing 2 or 3 songs, because there are plenty of stars to get out and
Yeah.
fill a 2 or 3 hour concert, And so the show was ending. Everything's over. And they said, well, Vince Gill comes out. He's kind of the unofficial mayor of Nashville.
Well, he kind of runs he also kind of runs the Grand Ole Opry.
Grand Old
right? Yeah.
Uproar, yes.
Yeah.
Grand Old Uproar. We call it the Uproar.
The Uproar, yeah.
But anyway, he comes out and said, we got one more special guest this evening. And it wasn't on the bill. It was not listed on the...
Somebody showed up and decided they want to come.
no, I think they probably arranged for this because of the season. I'll give you a hint. It's because of the season.
Okay.
And I'll
So
give you
you're
another
giving-
hint.
that's a good hint. Andy Williams ain't walking through that door.
Andy Williams is no longer with us. He's left the mortal coil, as you said.
Was it was it Barry Manilow? He was on
Barely
TV.
man enough. No, it wasn't him. I went to see.
He had the big
I've
show
seen,
this week.
I've seen his I've seen him live in concert. Barry Manilow.
Really?
Yeah, in Evansville.
Was his
Looks like tomatoes. Remember that song? It was a great song. Looks like tomatoes. Something like that.
looks like
Misheard lyrics.
okay.
I'll give you another clue. It's a woman.
Hey, well, I was going to say I said Amy Grant earlier, and you told me no,
No, not Amy Grant.
because she has a nice big country.
She has a nice big
country song.
Songs,
hit,
several.
Yeah. Oh, see, now you're leading me to Mariah Carey.
no.
What Mariah Carey?
No.
Was it the veterinarian who did Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer?
No.
You realize that song was by a veterinarian?
I did not know that.
The guy, the song, the Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer was a veterinarian who's also on like the radio, a DJ, and he came up with that.
Grandma got run over by a
It
It was a terrible song.
He was a horse veterinarian for the
I can
Keeneland.
understand that. Keeneland. He's the one that
Keeneland.
gives them all the dope.
I believe so. Okay, I'm
It's a
gonna
woman.
say you're
Chart-topping singer.
you're gonna tell. I keep wanting to avoid it but I don't think I can. It was Dolly Parton, wasn't it?
No.
Dolly Parton won there.
No, she was not. She lives in Tennessee, but no.
Who was
Bigger than her.
Bigger than Dolly.
Bigger than Dolly.
Reba McEntire.
In this context,
I can't
bigger
believe.
than Dolly.
Okay, well, I'm trying to think.
In this context only.
of
Chart-
Brenda Lee.
Thank you.
Was it Brenda Lee?
Brenda Lee,
Is she still alive?
78 years old.
Wow.
So Brenda Lee comes out and sings her chart-topping number, which is right now today number one on
Number one. It just passed.
Rocking Around the Christmas Tree.
It just passed Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas."
Anyway, Brenda Lee came out and the crowd just went crazy, of course.
Did they really?
Yes. So here's your two trivia questions. One trivia
Well,
question.
I already screwed up the last one.
So how old was Brenda Lee when she recorded that song? This freaks me out, but it's true.
16.
13 years old.
Oh my gosh.
She was 13 when she recorded that song.
Boy, she's got a full voice.
Yes, a wonderful voice. But here's the other thing, and this was, I think, really the remarkable thing, that when she came out, of course, she had a great bunch of applause and everything, and she said, I want to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, how old I really am. She said, I am so old that the Beatles once opened for me. And that's the truth. That's true. Because back in the 60s, before the Beatles were big, she was huge.
Yeah.
And the Beatles opened for her one time. She said, that's how old I am.
Wow. Well, that would have to be 59 years ago.
Yeah. Anyway.
That would have been in 19...
But she was 13 and a star at 13. So it was Brenda Lee, and that was kind of their surprise act.
Well, because I didn't realize...
Isn't that great?
I didn't realize Brenda Lee was even still doing stuff. I thought she had
was.
basically...
Well, she may be retired, but she's obviously came out at the stadium there and sang
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't kidding. All I Want for Christmas has been the number one
for years.
For the
Christmas
last
song.
25 years, been the number one
Brenda
Christmas
Lee
song in
outdid her.
sales and requests. And this year, just in the past couple of weeks,
Right, Brenda Lee
overtook it.
Rock Around the Christmas Tree.
That's fun. Did they have a good time?
They had a wonderful time, and sent some pictures, and it was
They
great.
get thrown out of the suite.
Amanda, it's I don't want to talk about it.
She talked her way back in. My daughter's in there. I'm going to be in there.
See that lady they're dragging out? That's my daughter. That's just a joke. They had a wonderful time.
We'll be back after this. Stick around. That's a good story. Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local Hankook tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
PA on.
Not PA.
Is the PA on.
Oh, speaking of things that we'll never hear again.
That's true. That was a good one.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Len Wells is here. If folks want to read your stuff, what do they do? You can't really get
buy the paper.
Yeah, you got to buy the paper, don't you? Can't really get that online.
You can actually get an online subscription. It is not a website. It's an online subscription. It's a PDF. Is that right? It's the actual newspaper itself, but online. The paper, just go from page to page. So you can get a subscription.
Well, that's actually, I suspect that's probably a pretty big boost since post office has had the occasional issues.
Yeah, and a lot of people moving away, they want to see the paper in a timely fashion and not wait a week and a half to get the paper. Yeah. So the online subscriptions have really just shot up.
What's cool about the online subscription, by the way, that I don't think gets mentioned enough? That? Oh, I see. I've had both for years. I've had both the print and the online probably since they started the online.
Color.
It's color.
Yeah. On the online edition, the pictures are fabulous.
They are.
They really are. Whoa. And, and the paper's been around well over 100 years,
Yeah, 160.
160 years. So the online edition, all the pictures are in color, and that makes a big difference. So, but you can get that just by calling the press office and say, they'll create you a username and password, and then you're on, and the paper comes out. You could usually see it the day of the edition around 2:30, 3 o'clock.
I was watching the Illinois-Iowa football game. I hate to bring that up, but it's been since you and I talked.
Sure.
And it was on Big Ten Network. And as I was watching it, of course, with Iowa involved, they were getting all kinds of advertisements for a presidential run.
Oh, already?
Yeah, national ads coming in.
Well, that's too bad.
On national television
But
for
that's
presidential
income.
runs.
That's
In
income.
for Iowa.
Income.
It was for Iowa.
Yeah, ahead of the
good
Iowa
income.
caucuses.
Have you noticed an upswing of political interest around here this year, or where is the interest this year?
What I'm seeing,
Other than nationally.
Other than that, well, this is somewhat national. It's a congressional race.
Yeah.
You've got Darren Bailey, who's from up around these parts.
Yeah, Xenia.
He's currently a state senator. Is that correct? He was a state. Okay, he ran for governor and got beat.
He gave out the state senate to run for governor.
And he's nothing now in terms of serving. But anyway, so he's running for Congress against the incumbent, Mike Bost. And I'm sorry, I don't know where Mike's from. Is it Murfreesboro somewhere? Carterville. I knew it was down that way somewhere. Anyway, so what I am seeing is just in my observation.
I met him, by the way.
I've never met Mr. Bost.
Met Mr. Bost. He was in Fairfield probably about 5 months ago, 5 or 6 months.
Haven't met the man.
Tried to get him to come on the show. I've had Darren Bailey on the show numerous times.
I wish you the best of luck.
Certainly.
I mean, they seem to be nice folks. I don't know anything about them personally.
Absolutely.
I've not met Mr. Bost. I've met Mr. Bailey. But what I'm seeing, this is just an observation, folks. I'm not endorsing or condemning either candidate because I don't really know them that much. But they're both vying for the Republican nomination, correct, for U.S. Congress. They're trying to see who can out-Trump the other. And I'm using that
is a fascinating thing.
Literally, Trump as in Donald Trump.
That's fascinating, though, that they're trying to see
who's Trumpier than the other.
Yeah. And
so you're seeing Darren Bailey signs now. If you see him alongside the road, especially up in this part of the country, fights like Trump. Darren Bailey fights like Trump. Right. And so he's attaching his horse to the Trump wagon.
Well, Trump has introduced him at places.
He endorsed him for governor.
Well, endorsed him for governor, yeah.
So, and that would make perfect sense if, I guess.
Sure.
And then Mr. Bost, he was recently endorsed by a guy by the name of Rodney Johnson. Does that name ring a bell?
I remember Rodney. I thought he was endorsed by Mike Johnson. He got
Is it
endorsed
Mike
by
Johnson?
Rodney.
Trump's former doctor. Is it Mike Johnson?
No.
Who was Trump's former doctor? Is it Johnson?
Was
it Ron Johnson?
That was Levi Johnson.
Poopy Johnson. Poopy Johnson.
Wait a minute.
Whatever his name is. Johnson was his last name, correct? Trump's personal or White House physician. He's been endorsed by him.
Well, see, Mike Johnson's the speaker. That's who I thought.
No. Now, this guy is currently
the new Speaker of the House.
No. This is the Trump's former doctor.
Oh, okay.
How do you serve it in Congress out west somewhere? I mean, anyway.
Yeah, he was like a Wyoming guy.
Something like that. Yeah. So anyway, he's been endorsed by him, and now he's making appearances on Fox and Friends. So that
Bost is?
Bost is, yeah.
Wow.
So that's getting him a lot of exposure. So when you look at Boston's income, so he would have a home field advantage already, just built in, right?
Yeah, they're playing in his field.
And then the other thing is money, fundraising. Anybody can look this up. Just get on the Federal Election Commission (FEC) website, and you can see who donates to who and how much they have in their bank account. It's literally more than 10-1 Bost over Bailey in terms of how much cash they are bringing in.
Wow.
That really doesn't surprise me, but
the Boston being a congressman already
has already had so many
15
people.
Years or
think of all the relationships he's created over the years. So
well, that's also
pick up the phone. I need $10,000.
That's also what the white people want to drain the swamp, all that talk and stuff like that.
I wrote a letter
because of the length of terms that people are staying in,
and I'll just say this, and this is not a criticism of Mr. Bost, it's a criticism of the entire swamp, if you want to call it that. I wrote a letter. I've written twice in my life. I've written a letter to my congressman twice.
Really?
Once to John Shimkus.
I've done it numerous times.
I've only done it twice in my life.
I did it as part of my job when I was at the bank, yeah.
Yeah, well, anyway, I did it because I had some issues that I felt I wanted to express my opinion on. John Shimkus wrote a letter to him, wrote a letter to Congressman Bost. Crickets.
Really?
Not even I appreciate your comments.
I'm surprised by that.
Zero.
Well, maybe because you're a member of the media.
No, I didn't mention anywhere in my correspondence who I was other than my name and address.
Maybe they had your
Period.
name and address on a black list.
And that's fine. I'm probably so. But you know what? I'll tell you what. People remember that.
Oh, yeah. Well, you remember it clearly because usually whenever I would write letters
Wouldn't you get a thanks but no thanks letter or I appreciate it?
we appreciate your input. Usually,
Thank you for your input.
Usually, it's usually automatically sent out. Somebody in the office is saying, "Hey,
And
look,
Auto
appreciate
Pen
your
signed
input."
it. Auto Pen signed it. I don't care, but I got just crickets, nothing. And that's fine. And Chimkus was still in office.
I got to tell you, it doesn't sound like you're fine with it.
No, and I was so complimentary of Congressman Shimkus's service, military service.
Yeah.
Oh, I was so complimentary.
I think I've got his picture on the wall
Crickets.
when he did the show. I've got his picture
now
somewhere.
he's posting Bible scripture on Facebook now is what Shimkus is doing.
Is that right?
Yeah, I see that all the time. Saint Shimkus.
It's probably better than lobbyist, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd say so. He's probably doing that too, I'm sure.
Well, well, I don't know about that. Well, he still owns a pad, and I think he still owns a pad in Washington. He and another congressman, a Democrat, I can't remember which one, bought the home that they, the Congress, that people,
cool.
there are like half a dozen of them living in it.
That sounds a little nefarious. Let's just hope, like some other case, that there's not cameras hidden around the place.
No. You're watching Big Talk. We'll be back right after this and wrap things up with our good friend Len Wells back in a sec.
Fashion is our passion at Carnaby Square. We specialize in customer service and have since 1980. Our multi-generational boutique features your favorite on-trend to classic famous maker fashions, footwear, accessories, and a massive inventory at Brighton. So come, relax, explore, and elevate your look with us. Everyone is welcome, where we always wrap it, tag it, and bag it for free at Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
Napa Know-How.
At Flora Auto Parts, you can count on the Napa Know-How experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, your locally owned Napa store carries a large inventory of parts for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced counter people understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa Know-How at Flora Auto Parts.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Len Wells is here. If you want to contact him, what is it, 842-2662?
Yes, something like that. Area code 618, member FDIC.
Yeah, 842-2662.
Some restrictions may apply.
At the Wayne County Press. The roving editor.
Member Farm Bureau Insurance.
Folks.
FBI.
Do you still get the mail and stuff? Does anybody still send you? In your a couple of your previous lives, you occasionally got fan mail or mail from people.
Sure. I pick it up at the office there at the Wayne County Press.
You do still get the occasional letter.
That's good. And some of them, contain white powder that needs to be tested. But that's
I was going to say, I've had a similar.
I got two quick stories to tell you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Did I tell you about my cousin Jimmy?
No.
My cousin Jimmy, we probably shouldn't say this. He had a speech impediment.
Oh, he does.
Oh, he does. He stutters.
Well,
He stutters.
I'm very fortunate in that I've never suffered from such a thing.
But anyway, he was having
I do
trouble.
say
He was
from time to time.
I know you do. He was had trouble.
That's hurtful to recognize it like
I know
that.
it is. He had trouble finding a job, but he went to the Acme Bible Company and asked if he could sell Bibles.
Well,
and he said, "I'd like to have a job selling Bibles." And the guy at Acme Bible Company said, "I don't think this is going to work.
Yeah.
I really don't. But please, I need a chance to sell Bibles. I can do it."
Well, that's
So anyway, okay, I'm gonna give you a case of Bibles, 12 Bibles. If you can do that, I'll hire you. He comes back the next day, sold all the Bibles. He said, "You're kidding me." He said, "No, I need some more Bibles." So this time he gives him like 100 cases of Bibles. So get out there and sell. You're doing great. He comes back about 2 days later and said, "I sold them all, every one of them." He said, "How did you do that?" He said, "Well, I got a secret." So I go knock on the door and I said, "Would you like to buy a Bible, or you want me to read it to you?" That's my cousin Jimmy.
That's well, cousin. Is that
That's related to Skeet.
That's not Skeet's boy.
No.
Baby Skeet's boy.
Yes, baby. He's not right either.
Yeah, baby. You've got some other Sibs. Didn't Skeet have another brother? Maybe.
Well, no, it's Teddy.
Teddy's not his brother. His brother-in-law.
Brother-in-law. They're kind
June's,
of
what the?
No.
June's brother or something like that.
I can't remember. But it's just their family tree is more like a wreath.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But do you believe in the the occult and stuff like that? And,
I know the people do.
Well, some people do. Anyway, my Uncle Teddy, he's a cowboy.
He does believe in the occult?
Absolutely. And things happen to him that don't happen to other people.
Really?
So he was out.
Like what?
Well, he's a cowboy. He's a cowboy, and he was on his ranch out west, out in Wyoming.
Okay.
It's almost like a Yellowstone story. You know,
really?
if you've ever followed Yellowstone.
Yeah.
So he was out riding the ranch, riding the fences, actually, you know, making sure that the fences are tight and the cattle stay in and everything like that.
Cattle stay in, horses stay out.
Yes,
Whatever.
he looked down there and he sees this looks like a tea kettle, old rusty tea kettle. He said, "Oh, what's that? I don't remember seeing that." And he picks it up, kind of brushes it off, and you guess what?
Oh no, it's a lamp.
A genie came out.
Genie comes out.
Genie comes out.
Wow.
He said, "Thank you."
if he's on Yellowstone, he's probably already pretty wealthy.
Yeah.
Is Teddy from the wealthy Wells family?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So anyway,
the wealthy branch of the.
He brushes off this tea kettle looking thing, kind of rusty thing. Genie pops out. Phew, I've been stuck in there for 800 years.
Wow.
Oh, thank you so much for freeing me. He said, I want to give you 3 wishes. Anything you want in the world.
That's incredible.
You saved me from being stuck in this tea kettle forever.
Teddy is the most fortunate person.
He's the luckiest man in the world. Yeah. What do you want? And Teddy, he's a cowboy now. He's a real deal cowboy.
Absolutely.
Chaps, the whole thing, you know. And so he says, I would like to have probably the finest, strongest, most beautiful horse that's ever walked this earth.
Wow.
I want the most beautiful steed that's ever existed.
Boom, there comes Secretary.
It is. He's sitting on like Secretariat almost, you know. Yeah. Beautiful horse.
Black
strong
Beauty
speed.
matched with Secretary.
Oh, all of those things. Beautiful horse.
That's incredible.
So what else you want? He said, what's your second wish? He said, well, I would like to have my chuck wagon. You know what a chuck wagon is. He said, I'd like to have it filled bottom to top. Filled completely with Coors Banquet beer.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's good stuff.
That's good stuff right there.
That's good stuff.
There it is.
Chuck wagon full.
Chuck wagon full of Coors Banquet.
Party time at the ranch tonight.
So, so the genie says, now, Teddy, be real careful because this is your last wish. There's only 3 and this is it. You've had 2. What do you want? He thinks and he kind of said, I want a pet squirrel. And the genie said, now wait a minute. Whoa,
pet squirrel.
Whoa. Pet squirrels.
Yeah, 30 seconds.
Have anything in the world. You want a pet squirrel. You could have all the money in the world, a mansion on the mountain, but you want a pet squirrel. I said, why? He said, well, when I drink all of that Coors Banquet beer and I crawl back up on my steed, I'm going to have somebody go, wasn't that a good one? After I drink all that beer, I'm going to have somebody go.
Well, I have never really
Yeah.
tried to.
Well, if
say,
you had a chuck wagon full of Coors Banquet beer, you can't say giddy up. You can't go.
Lynn, that's the stupidest joke I've ever heard.
Well, thank you. But you laughed.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
baby.
Christmas to you.
Merry
And
Christmas,
to everyone.
everyone, from Lynn Wells.
Thanks for putting up with me.
We'll be right back. Well, we're not coming back. We're
Maybe
done.
we're done for
This is it.
another
We'll
time.
see you next time. Have a great day.